in 1984, she's touched lives, built connections, and embraced inclusion without ever speaking a word. Through sounds, expressions, and movement, Lacey has shown the power of presence, determination, and human connection. Her journey to inclusion was made possible by those who believed in thinking beyond limitations, opening doors, and creating opportunities for her just like anyone else. Lacey's story reminds us that inclusion isn't about words, it's about action, connection, and belonging. Lacey's journey in education started early, attending a co-op program at just 18 months old. By age 12, she was fully included in her community school, thriving in a regular classroom where she built friendships and connections that made learning fun and meaningful. Her classmates loved having her there, helping her to and from the bus, playing together, and sharing laughter in class. But as she entered senior high, Lacey was placed in a separate special education classroom. It wasn't the experience she or her family wanted, but it didn't stop her from staying engaged with her school community. Lacey's story reminds us why inclusion matters. When given the opportunity, students with disabilities enrich the classroom and create stronger, more connected communities.
What do you think makes living your best life so good for Lacey? And I've been thinking about that, and it's like, I think it's the local people, be it professionals or just everyday people, her teachers, people that were locally in her community that seen her. It made the difference because that's how she started belonging. And it's people with and without disabilities. I think that they always say it takes a village, well, to raise a child. Well, it takes a village and then some for a person with disabilities. Yeah. And the then some is just basically helping that connection happen. And I think that that's what happens when you have community support. And for me as a parent, it also gives me peace of mind, because the more people who knew Lacey in the community, the more they would call and say, oh, I seen Lacey, she was doing this, she was doing that. So I knew that if something wasn't right in the community she was living in, we would hear it. Whereas if she was away at an institution or places that don't get them out, nobody would know. And there's more of that quietness that you don't say anything because you could lose your job or whatever. Whereas you don't have to worry about this. So I think it's the people that have made Lacey's life better. And the more her circle expanded, the more I think she was happier.
At the age of 18, when Lacey was approaching adulthood, her transition beyond school became a key focus. Her own income determined her benefits from Social Security and the Developmental Disabilities Administration, and her family began planning for her future. Through Community First Choice Services, Lacey received support for daily living activities, helping her with moving smoothly from school to community life. These supports replaced the paraeducator role she had in school, ensuring she stayed connected and involved in her community. Lacey also began her journey to living as independently as possible from her parents, just like others her age, by using her Community First Choice hours to bring in support beyond just family. This approach created a roommate-style living environment where Lacey follows her own daily routine while others in the household did the same, each managing their own activities independently. Lacey's support hours don't cover her 24/7 needs, so her family provides backup and evening support, ensuring consistency in her care. This setup has worked well, allowing for on-the-job training tailored to Lacey's needs while strengthening her support network. More importantly, it ensures that if her family faces illness, disability, or is no longer here, Lacey has people who know her and can continue meeting her needs seamlessly.
self-disclosure here, I was the person that made fun of people with disabilities. I did not have any patience for them. I did not like them around me being at work. My thought was, you hired them, you take care of them. And I'm sad to say that's the kind of person I was. And meeting Lacey changed all that in my life. I don't know where the patience came from, or the empathy and the love and compassion that grew out of me for her. She did that. She found that in me and brought that out in me and made me a much better person through not being able to say one word to me. And I went on to be on the Washington State Disabilities Councils for 6 years because of my involvement with Lacey. And my life would be very empty without meeting Lacey and having her in my life. That's a true fact. I couldn't even imagine what it'd be like.
Like her peers preparing to exit the school system, Lacey's team, DVR, supported employment agency, the school, and her family worked together to find meaningful work upon leaving school. She explored different tasks and discovered her perfect fit was self-employment, built around her interests and abilities. Lacey loved being out in the community, surrounded by peers, in lively places filled with happy people. Her business allowed her to do just that. At fairs and festivals, she brought joy to everyone, offering Italian ice samples and directing customers to her booth where her peers ran the stand. Her business was a huge success, creating opportunities for both her and others. Though health challenges led to its closure, the experience gave her independence, confidence, and lasting connections, proving that with the right support, creativity, and determination, every individual can find their place in the workplace. Lacey's life has been shaped by inclusion, opportunity, and the belief that she deserves the same experiences as her siblings and peers. This was possible because of the incredible mentors, friends, and supporters who helped reimagine what's possible for people with disabilities.
And then I was at the Elks one time doing something for my work, and I was looking at one of their rooms, and one of the members went into the room, and there was another member in there, and she goes, "Oh, I want to introduce you to Lacey's mom." And I was like, it was another thrilling moment for me, because you know, all the people who do sports, they're always wearing those shirts that say Lacey's mom, or you know, and so it's like, I am now known because of Lacey, not Lacey is known because of me. And that was a pivotal moment. So that's why I have this shirt made up that says Lacey, and then on the back it has her picture so everybody knows who she is. So I just, and that's what to me is meaning that Lacey's living her best life.
By challenging the norm and embracing new possibilities, Lacey's life has been filled with choice, independence, and joy. To everyone who has been part of this journey, thank you. Your belief in inclusion has made all the difference.